Shortly after his graduation from Hogwarts, Tom Riddle applied for the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts professor at the school. He had graduated from Hogwarts with a reputation as one of the greatest students to ever grace its halls. The headmaster at the time, Professor Armando Tippett, was hugely favourable of Tom because of his achievements throughout his school years, but refused Tom the position because of his age. He was just 18. However, Headmaster Tippett invited young Riddle to reapply in a few years after he gained more experience. Many were shocked though, when Riddle decided to take a position in Borgin and Burke's, instead of fulfilling a huge potential. However, this was all part of Tom's plan to hold this position while he created Horcruxes with highly significant items. He disappeared for over 10 years and returned under his new alias of Lord Voldemort. Voldemort reapplied for the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts professor once more, but the current headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, who was suspicious of Tom ever since he discovered the boy's enjoyment of inflicting pain on others as a child, denied him the position. But what if Armando Tippett had still been alive and granted Tom the role he had encouraged him to reapply 10 years prior? What if Tom Riddle had become the Defense Against the Dark Arts professor at Hogwarts? Now let's assume Tippett would have passed away shortly after appointing Riddle, as he was over 300 years old and would have been replaced by Albus Dumbledore, just as it happened in canon. So I believe Tom wanted this position for a number of reasons. He had already begun his plan for magical domination, although it was in its very early stages. The Defense Against the Dark Arts position was the perfect role for him to further practice dark experiments, although this would have been a lesser reason of importance. Voldemort taking this position would be the perfect opportunity to recruit followers, to recruit future Death Eaters. He was in the perfect position, especially with the new students, to slowly manipulate them from an early age. He would appeal to their frustrations. He would understand them. He wanted to slowly create a trust within them over the many days, months and years of being their teacher, to instill his own beliefs within them, until finally calling upon them when the time had come. I feel that he would handpick who he believed were the strongest and most powerful students to further extend his mind tricks on, as gaining their favour could easily influence other students. So would Voldemort's students stand by him and fight for how he believes the magical world should be? I believe that many of the students would have joined their professor when he deemed the time had come, but there would have been also many that refused. And this is where the other benefit of Voldemort being the Defense Against the Dark Arts professor comes into play. He would purposely weaken the subject to create an advantage. And if you think about it, why would he strengthen his students in protecting themselves against dark magic spells, when it's exactly that form of magic that he means to attack with? He would be responsible for 7 different year levels of students' skill in this subject. In addition to this master plan, it would have caused a devastating after effect when it came to Voldemort revealing his true intentions to the wizarding world, and that would be the fact that this would have all happened under Albus Dumbledore's nose, potentially ruining Dumbledore's reputation and career, or even worse, spark accusations that he intentionally turned a blind eye to it all. Even more so the fact that none of the other teachers spotted any alarm signals either. Voldemort becoming the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher was a plan that did involve risk if he was exposed, but all in all it was a risk worth taking, as it offered a huge personal gain while inflicting a catastrophic loss on individuals who posed a threat. Thank you very much for watching today's video, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, then please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, as it helps out the video a great deal and it also helps the channel to grow. Secondly, please continue to leave your video suggestions in the comments section below, and don't forget, your choice could be next. Finally, please consider subscribing to my channel, Harry Potter Folklore, for more Harry Potter videos. Thank you very much again, everyone, and please don't forget, have a great day.